Tuesday, July 17th. We're just starting out hiking this morning. We plan to go about 25 miles or so. We're in Yosemite National Park. I believe we're near like Meadows. I haven't really looked ahead on GoodHook, so I'm not entirely too sure what all awaits us for today, but I don't think it should be anything too bad. Yeah, kind of interesting to be in Yosemite. You hear a lot about it, and this is our first time in it. So far it seems fairly nice. Nothing too amazing yet, but fairly nice.
And here we are in Yosemite National Park at Soda Springs, where cold carbonated water bubbles up from the ground, and they're not sure why. The spring is protected by this little wooden cabin structure. There's some places where it bubbles up, you can see even just out here, but the main big part of the spring is protected by that little wooden house. Dakota just tasted it.
Alright, I think we're getting one today. I mean, I kind of get the pennies flavor comment, but no, it actually doesn't taste that much different from normal carbonated water in my mind. Wednesday, June 8th. We're at our first lunch break today, and we've probably gone about 10 miles, and we went over CV Pass. Today it's a little unclear how far we're going to go. We might try for another 25 mile a day, but I think if we do that there'll also be about 7,000 feet gain and a 7,000 feet loss. So it's kind of a lot of elevation to do with all those miles as well. So I don't know if we'll actually make it that far or if we'll decide to, I don't know, maybe we'll go closer to 20 or something. Either way, I think we should still be on time to meet with the support vehicles probably tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, definitely at some point the day after. We went about 25.5 miles today, so that leaves us with about 23 miles to do tomorrow before we meet with our support vehicles. So that might be one of our longest days yet when we meet with the support vehicles and do a resupply. Today we also met a thru hiker that we had met earlier in Agua Dulce. When we talked to him then, he seemed like he really wasn't enjoying the desert. He complained that he couldn't really look up without tripping or fearing of stepping on a rattlesnake or something, and he really didn't seem to be enjoying the desert at all. So we thought he might enjoy the Sierras a bit more, but he doesn't seem to be enjoying them any better either. I believe his words were hell on earth. So yeah, not too sure why he's continuing his thru hike, but yeah. I mean, every day isn't some days are harder than others, and some days, I suppose I don't really want to be hiking or something, but I don't know. I don't think it's ever gotten that bad for me. And yet he seems to be persevering, so yeah, I'm not too sure what's up with him. Today we were driven into our tents early again as the mosquitoes here are really bad.
Thursday, July 9th. I believe today is our 51st day of the trip, and I believe we'll shortly be passing mile 1000. So, I don't know, I might be a little bit disappointed that we're passing it in the morning of 51 instead of sometime on day 50, because if we had done it on day 50, that would put our average at 20 miles per day, whereas on day 51, that means we're just, a little bit under 20 miles a day. Yeah. And it's not, it's not like I'm in a big rush to get the trip over or anything. But I guess I feel like if you're going to do something, you should do it well, and part of doing the PCT well, in my mind, would be doing it at a decent pace. But overall, I think we're doing pretty good. And if you just look at the miles we go each day, especially recently, if it wasn't for, off-show miles for resupplies and things like that, I do think we would be averaging 20 or more, but with the side trips for resupplies and things like that, it does lower our average a little bit. However, I do think we probably are, if things continue how they are going, I believe we will be completing the trip in less than 150 days, which I do believe is average for the PCT. So I suppose we are doing pretty good. So many mosquitoes here. So yeah, shortly I believe we'll be passing mile 1000. I believe we'll be meeting the support vehicles later today. Well, there'll only be one vehicle. Jurney left to go to a wedding in Atlanta or something. Yeah, I believe the plan is to go roughly 23 miles a day. That'll lead us to Kennedy Meadows North, which is roughly mile 1016, I think. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So today we're heading into Kennedy Meadows North. I think we're hiking about 23 miles today. And the views for the last, 10 10-15 miles before Kennedy Meadows North are fairly awesome. You just walk in a ridge line and you just get these great sweeping views, and yep, I think they're some of the best views that we've had on the PCT. This is Kennedy Meadows North. That there is the main store, and as we'll drive through you can see the busyness of it. So and those are some of the cabins you can rent. I believe all of their cabins cost over $100, so I don't know, in some ways it looks maybe slightly pricey for what you get, but apparently it's really popular.